Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the pre-bootcamp session. Good to have you here. Um, so I'm going to be running us through the Redeemers University Microsoft Power Platform Bootcamp session, tagged Kickstarts and Boost Your Career in Tech. All right. So, of course, like you all know, we've been making announcements. We've been pushing out our registration link, creating awareness before now. And then we have most of the students of Redeemers University, where we are going to be having this boot camp. We've had most of them register and join in. So we're going to be having a bootcamp session this evening, all right, where I'll be taking you through, well, not just me, my colleagues would also be on ground, where we will be taking you through the pre-bootcamp. So what are you going to be expecting during the course of this bootcamp? It's a 5 days event holding from the 21st of November this month, this year, to the 25th of November at the Redeemers University, Ede, Osun State, Nigeria. Okay, so on this session with me, I'm going to be having co-hosts and anchors and speakers will all be having this session together. But before they come online, I'm going to do a quick introduction. Yeah. All right. So my name is Abiodun Akifemiwa. Yeah, that's my name, Abiodun Akifemiwa. I'm an alumnus of the Redeemers University. Yes, I'm an alumnus of the Redeemers University. So you can see why I'm so excited to bring this your way. All right. Class of 2014 to be precise, from the physical sciences department. Yeah, physics with electronics. All right. I'm a business intelligence and data analyst with a tech company, Ashem, in Lagos. All right. And I'm going to be walking us through what we should expect during this boot camp. Okay. So just to do a quick introduction, we have a local committee, all right, that are also working with us on this program, and I'm going to be introducing you to all of them. All right, so we have guys that are on ground, on campus, working with us to make this program a success. All right, first of all, I would love to say shout out to Dr. Dairo, Professor Vincent, for giving us a warm welcome into the university. Most importantly, the Vice Chancellor of the Redeemers University and the Registrar and the entire management of Redeemers University for giving us this platform, this opportunity to bring this session your way. It's a rare privilege. And then also, of course, I can't forget the great alumni committee, the Redeemers University alumni. Thank you very much for also supporting this boot camp, the Redeemers University Tech Space, the Run Tech Space. Thank you very much for all your support. All right, so to also introduce the local team, I have Agbola Emmanuel, the president of the electrical electronics engineering department. I have Aziz Oluwani Shola, all right, also the president of the civil engineering department. Like I said, the alumni works network, the Run Tech Space. Of course, we have other guys on the background, Botemi from the physics department, Faith from the mechanical engineering department, Emmanuel from the Run Tech Space, Emmanuel also from the Elect department here, Gola Emmanuel, of course, and then we have facilitators and trainers who would also be joining us on this session. But just to mention a few, of course, we have Omolola Alfred, all right, my very good friend. Yeah, so she's also going to be joining us on this session this evening. We also have my very senior boss, Olariwaju Oyinbo Kisa. Then, of course, we have other guys on the local team, Oluwatobi Yusuf. Okay, so that's the local team. All right, these are the guys planning these whole events. at the back end. All right, so now let's go straight into what the bootcamp is really all about. All right, and then to give us an intro into the bootcamp, like I said, my very good friend Omolola Alfred will be giving us a brief introduction into the bootcamp. So Omolola Alfred, hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Hi, good evening, Abiodun. I can hear you. Thank you
Hi,
so
good
much
stuff,
for
good stuff.
the introduction. Okay, hi everyone. My name is Omolola Alfred. I'm a senior power platform developer at Hashem Limited, and Hashem is a consulting firm. So you can call me a senior power platform consultant. And so for today's session, I'm so excited, and a lot of you we've already met in on the group. So you've seen all our messages, we've been interacting, and it's so amazing to actually, you can put a face to the words and all the stuffs that we have been sending. All right, so into what we are looking out for in, or what should you look out for in the Power Platform Bootcamp? All right, so basically, we are looking at decentralization and centralization of system. What does that mean? The whole essence of the Run Bootcamp is actually to introduce you into digital transformation. So when we're talking about digital transformation, we are looking at breaking down things that was actually had before, things that you do with paper, all right, all your paperwork, make them automated, okay? So things that we'll be looking out for is we are going to be centralizing and decentralizing systems. Okay, um, we are going to have a redefinition of standards, and of course, when you have gone into digital transformation, definitely your standard is going to change. So I'm so sorry about that. That's my niece, and she's joining us in this live. She's so excited. She's jumping right now. All right, redefinition of standard. We are also going to be having democratization of skill. It means that all the things that you spend so much time in doing before manually, you are going to have them all automated. Okay, and you are going to have a new record of delivery. Basically means that things that takes you 2 weeks because of human factor will now take you like a day, 40 minutes. For instance, formally say that you need a physical approval. You need to write a letter, okay? And you need to submit this letter to the first person. Then the first person will tell you, go back and come back 1 week time because I'm busy, okay? Then 1 week time, you come back, you take the paper and you go to the next person and they call you to come back 2 weeks time. And all of that can take you 1 month. Using a digitized system, everything is centralized. You can see um, once I send an approval and I want this approval to be action, all right, you immediately know that, okay, this thing has been actioned or this person has not actioned it, and you can check in, all right. And something that would have taken you 10 days, 50 days can take you just 2 hours. It can take you just 2 minutes, okay. And also another thing is that this actually we've noticed job demand, new kind of job demands. All right. So there is a rating that actually says that it took the world 40 years to raise 25 million skilled software developers. Can we raise 98 million developers in 6 years? So, what actually brought about this question is because the demand for software developers has actually increased. So, because the demand of the software developers has increased, we need a lot of developers. We need about 98 million developers. We're looking at getting or creating 98 million developers in about 6 years. Is that possible? Looking at the former record that they actually took the world 40 years to raise 25 million. So can we now double or triple 25 million and make them in 6 years? You know it's not possible, right? And that is why we are introducing you to Microsoft Power Platform. So if you ask me, what exactly is the Microsoft Power Platform? Microsoft Power Platform is an ecosystem. Okay, it is not one thing. Microsoft Power Platform is an ecosystem. First thing that you need to know, or that I will be introducing you to in the Microsoft Power Platform, is the Power Apps. So now, one of the beautiful things about the Microsoft Power Platform ecosystem is that every of the components, their names actually defines, from their name you can already guess what they do. So when you hear Power Apps, this particular tool is used for building applications. Okay, you build beautiful applications with Power Platform using what? Using drag and drop. The second one is Power Automate. Power Automate is used for automating your processes. You know, the points where we said that we are going to be changing all your paperwork into automated processes. This is the guide that actually does that for you. Your Power Automate all your processes. Then there's the Power BI. So now the Power BI helps you analyze your data using charts. All right, focus on my voice, just blow out the voices of my nieces and nephew. Okay, so what does the Power BI does? With the Power BI, you can actually, I don't know if you've ever heard of data analyst, right? Power BI is a business intelligence tool, and that's what they use to analyze their data. So they analyze this data and they use charts to say, okay, last month we had 50 million users of this application. This month we have 70 users. Just with their charts, you can actually depict what they're trying to say with charts. Then another thing that we have in the Microsoft Power Platform ecosystem is the Power Pages. So if there are, or if you are if you know how to design website, or you've ever heard of anybody that has ever designed website before, they can tell you, they can give you the gist and the breakdown of what it actually takes them to build a website, how many days it takes them to build a website, then the effort and what they have to go through to actually put up a website. However, with the Power Pages, you can build a website with just drag and drop. Yes, and I kid you not. Drag and drop, you build a functioning website. Okay, so take me back to the last slide. There are still things I want to talk about in this ecosystem. Now, we also have the Power Virtual Agent. So all of these, I've explained them before during our last meeting that we had together. Now, our Power Virtual Agent is what we use for chats. Now, if you look at what we have on your screen right now, you would see that um, inside it, we have the Power Platform. It's because it's an ecosystem. Then outside it, we have these 5 components that I've just explained. Then the outer layer, we have AI Builder. It means that you can actually introduce artificial intelligence into the Power Platform ecosystem. Another thing is that, for instance, you have your data seated in so many places. You can use the connector to connect to your data, your SQL data. Wherever your data is seated, you can use your connector to actually get that. You can also even build custom connectors and bring them into the Power Platform ecosystem. Another beautiful thing is, I can actually connect to Twitter using Power Platform. I can connect to so many other tools using the connector, and the connector is what we have to my own left. Then to my right, I can see management tools. Then the major language that we use in the Power Platform ecosystem is the Power FX. So this Power FX is actually very simple. Normally, when you're talking to your computer, you're talking to your computer in a language that the computer understands, right? But when you're using the Microsoft Power Platform, you will be speaking to the computer in the language you understand. It is in English. So say I build an app and I want to connect between 2 pages. I want to move from one page to the other. Do you know what I'm going to say to the computer? I'm going to type in my Power Apps. I will say navigate. Navigate me to the next screen. I cannot wait to come to your campus and we will build application together. We will be building it together using Microsoft Power Platform. Okay, so go to the next screen. All right. So we have had about 20 million plus monthly active users of the Power Platform. So in case you're wondering, oh, they're about to sell me a low code or no code tool. Are people using it? People are using it. I use it every day. Like I explained before, I'm a senior Power Platform developer, and I have seen how much this has been used in the industry. I've seen so many organizations come to my company to say, oh, build an app for us. We don't want to give this to people that will take 6 months. Can you build this app in 1 month? Can you build this app in 2 months? Can you build this app, and all of that? There's so many career paths in the Microsoft Power Platform ecosystem, and we'll be telling you all about it. We have data professions in the Microsoft Power Platform ecosystem. We have robotic process automation in the Power Platform ecosystem, and this bootcamp is going to cover all of that. This bootcamp is going to be focusing on application development. We are going to infuse Power Automate. That we are going to automate the processes that we'll be building using our Power Apps. We are also going to be analyzing the data that we produce from your app. So now, but the database that we'll be using is the Microsoft database. And I'm going to all of us, all the facilitators, will be showing you the beauty of this application, the beauty of what all of this can do. Another thing that I want you to have in mind is that for everything in the Microsoft Power Platform ecosystem, you use data. You're collecting data from somewhere, you're giving data somewhere, and that is what we will be analyzing. That's what we are going to be using Power BI to analyze. And like I said, we will be using Microsoft Database as our what? Our database. And how many days is this bootcamp going to take? I know you know already. It's going to take 5 good days, meaning that all the people that are coming to you, myself, Abiodu, Olariwa Joyiboke, Yusuf Oluwatobi, all of us will be with you in your campus for 5 whole days. Actually, few days more than 5 days. However, this training is going to take 5 days. And I told you during the Twitter session that we had, I told you that we'll be in your school from Sunday or from Saturday, but you're going to see us on Sunday. We'll be dancing together in your chapel. All right. So I'm going to, please go to the next slide. Okay, so I'm going to be handing over to my senior colleague, Olariwa Joyimboke, to walk us through the benefit. Ola, what are the benefits of this bootcamp?
Amazing. Good evening, everyone. And I'm really
Good
excited,
evening.
catching up with not just the introduction about this bootcamp, as well as what the bootcamp is all about. Just to put a small recap to us, you see that statistics that Omala was sharing with us. It shows that literally there's a need, high demand, for people who are skilled in solution development, which ought actually accelerate data transformation. And we don't have enough software developer. The world cannot even raise that 98 million. But what the world needs is solution. It doesn't have to be from a software developer. One of the most popular applications today is, SPSS for analyzing data and doing some analytics. It wasn't even developed by statisticians. Neither was it developed by someone who is a computer science student. It's from the business domain. The person that started SPSS, started from business, commercial classes, and then he went on like that and acquired this programming skill. So what that means is today, in this age, as you continue to accumulate capability by learning these relevant skills, you are positioning yourself for growth. And let's talk about the benefit, what you stand to gain as students as you continue to engage and participate in this bootcamp. And now we'll be running you through that maybe in less than 15 minutes. So right on my screen, you're going to see some list of items here. One of them is free Microsoft developer license. As a matter of fact, when you're done with school, when you start working with companies, you are likely going to be using Microsoft 365 because it's the most used office productivity tools today. It's beyond the Microsoft Word, it's beyond the Excel, it's beyond the PowerPoint, it's beyond the Outlook. There are more applications within that ecosystem today that you cannot even access them without having a license. But as we come into your campus, we have a free program, Microsoft 365 developer license, that will give you access to full license solution from Microsoft. So as a student, you can use what professionals are using and get familiar with these tools. What that means is from day one, you're already productive. You are not struggling with how to use these tools when you start working. And your growth can actually be determined by that, because while some people are taking 1 month, to struggle with the use of tools, you have mastered it because you've been using it and you are just there focusing on the job that makes, that matters. You're also going to have access to activate Azure for Students. In fact, you will do what developers do with Azure for Students. It has over 25 free services in Azure Cloud, plus $100 yearly license for you to test other services that are not free for you. This is only applicable to students. You cannot get that for free anywhere. And what Microsoft offers is ability for you as a student developer to develop solutions in the cloud, use those cloud technologies. If you're a data analyst, power platform developer, pro code like, front end, back end, full stack developers with Azure for Student Credit and service, you can actually use the cloud services to build and empower your solution. You also have opportunity to be trained by Microsoft, most valuable professionals, MVPs. Of course, we have Oluwatobi who will be joining us, who is an MVP as well. Beyond that, you have opportunity to become Microsoft Student Ambassador. On my team today at Microsoft, I have 4 people that are young and graduate, very young guys who just joined us. One of them is from Nigeria. He just finished last year. He has not even gone for youth service. 2 of them from Kenya. They finished last year. One even finished March this year, and one from South Africa. These 4 people, what is common to them is that they were Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador before they finished school. That even aid their exposure and information they can get in the tech space, and they were already playing their role, as an experienced person, even though they were still students. This is one of the opportunities that offers you. You have dedicated cloud skill challenge in the name of your, come in the name of Redeemers University, put together by Microsoft. That's huge respect on what we're doing here. And we're going to talk about that later. Free Microsoft certification exam. Guys, this is really amazing. There is one major thing that I don't want to gloss over, which is the importance of certification. Certification completes your profile. It boosts your confidence. It validates your skill. And if you can get certified as a student, this is not certificate of completion of a course. This is Microsoft certifications on these technologies. And the moment you are certified even as a student, you are more placed, well placed above someone else who is not. And during the course of this program, especially the Cloud Skill Challenge you are bringing your way is preparing you towards certification exam and also going to get you the license, voucher to write the certification exam for free. Of course, mentorship opportunities for students also available. So let me run you through some of the things I'm talking about. For example, this is Azure for Student portal. It gives you access to, over 25 free services and more, also $100 Azure credit to start. No credit card required. We're going to guide you through this, how to set it up and how to benefit from this. Of course, today GitHub is coming general. It's part of the skill set you must have either as a developer, as a power data analyst, as a data scientist, as a power platform developer. You must be able to show and demonstrate the skill around how to use version control. So beyond that, in the GitHub Student Developer Pack that we also have for you, of course, GitHub is owned by Microsoft. Is owned by Microsoft. There's a package for students that's over. I started counting them. I counted over 55 services that are there. If you're a software developer, if you're a power platform developer, data analyst, a lot of services are there once you can activate this, including data courses, Microsoft Learn courses, and many others. We will also guide you through how you can benefit from this. We can't wait to come to your campus and get this done with you and for you. Also, I talked about Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors, right? It is a community that makes you a force for good. And I don't want you to miss this as well. There are over thousands of ambassadors all over the globe. Who are they? They're just people who are interested in changing their life and changing that of others. Because you don't come in as expert. You come in with a passion to, impact others, to learn, grow, and impact others so that I can be a force for good locally and globally. It's the perfect opportunity to volunteer while you're still a student, doing the things that, you will always talk about that build quality work experience, even while you're still a student. It gives you an amazing opportunity to participate in several events. That is not all. See, these benefits are really amazing. And that's why I'm bringing to you again, Microsoft Imagine Cup. Just May this year, during Microsoft Build Conference, the winner of this year's Imagine Cup actually came from Pakistan. Yes, and this team V-Bionic, they won $100,000 plus, cash, and also about 50,000 of Azure credit and a mentorship from Microsoft CEO and Chairman Satya Nadella. What does it take to participate and win? It's simple. It is come together, form a team, whatsoever you are building, build a solution and present as a team. And you're able to win, it's a competition of idea. whatsoever you can solve as problem, come right there to that community as as student and participate. And you have the opportunity to get up to that point. The last time we have Nigeria and Africa getting to those quarterfinal was sometimes ago, maybe over 3-4 years ago. And we believe in the creativity of Africans. So we want you to really, really go ahead and get the best from this by participating. We'll support you with this as well. All right. So learning tracks, another benefit is we also launch a Microsoft Tech community on your campus. So if you want to continue to learn about data analysis, Power Platform, machine learning, you're a developer, you will have this community on your campus as well. And all the benefits we've talked about in this bootcamp, we'll not go after this bootcamp. We'll make sure we keep them within the community and you have access to them as well. So having said this, I just talked about the benefits. In case you're having network challenge or issues, it is advised that you go back after this whole thing and check again. Go through this benefit, go through these things that we're sharing with you. They're really amazing, and you need to follow through so that you won't miss out on any of them. Right now, I will be having Omolola back again with me as we talk through the prerequisites. What do you need to get started? What do you need to benefit and partake, and take advantage of all these benefits and the entire bootcamp so that you can maximize it? We want you to get the best from it so that it will completely change your experience as well as your skill. Omolola, are you there? I can't hear you.
Hello, Amalala. Okay,
Right.
so maybe
All
I
right.
just
So yeah. Of course, Abiodun, we can take this together. One
okay.
of the first things that you should take is the Cloud Skill Challenge. The Cloud Skill Challenge, we've given you the link, is very important. Look at what you see right here. Redeemers University Bootcamp is set up on Microsoft site for you. We have created a learning path for what we are coming to practicalize on your campus. So why not learn about the fundamental now, so that when we get to your campus, we are building solutions. This is not just this is how to use this. We are not coming there with a slide to just show you how to do this. We want to get into the practical, learn these things together, and build solution out of it. So if you truly want to take your skill to that level, it is better you participate now. And this is very important because we have tied so many things to this. We want to be sure you acquire this knowledge. Your certification after this is tied to this learning path. As you are taking this learning path, you're preparing yourself for certification as well. And also as your badges. But before we move forward, Biodun, you've had challenge, you've had experience participating in the Cloud Skill Challenge. Will you share, some of your, maybe, the tips, what will you advise, when you're participating in Cloud Skill Challenge, what do you advise people to do, maybe take it early, make sure you dedicate daily to it, and things like that.
Thank you very much, Olariwaju. So, well, what I would advise is, you see, the Cloud Skill Challenge is actually, a lot of people reached out and were like, oh, we've graduated, we're not on campus. How do we partake of this? I said, you know what? Register for the program and then take the Cloud Skill Challenge, because most of the things we're going to be teaching you, most of the things we're going to be bringing on board, all right, are covered in the Cloud Skill Challenge. So it even makes the work easier. So even if you're not physically present on campus, you can still participate in the Cloud Skill Challenge. All right, you have modules of all the learning parts, all the things that will be taught during the boot camp. You have them covered in details. All right, in the Cloud Skill Challenge, you want to practicalize some of these things. The modules that have practical, you can log on to the VM, all right, and then you can spin up your VM, run the practical sessions there. You have questions and answers just to test the knowledge of the things that you've learned. And these are very beautiful stuff that have been put together by Microsoft to make you learn. One of the best ways to approach this is to take it a module per day. All right, of course, you're on campus, you have lectures, you have other activities to attend to. So why not just schedule your time such that every day I cover at least one module? All right, and then you
Awesome.
realize that before the end of the challenge timeline or period, you've been able to cover all the modules. All right, and then in cases where you need to like reinforce some concepts, you can actually now go back and check them again. By the time you are done with the cloud skill challenge, you are already equipped with most of what you need to actually start out in tech. All right, all the things that we're going to be bringing on board: Power Apps, Power BI. I mean, you don't need to know what all these things are. Just register, just start. All right, you can't
Awesome.
know until you start. So that's my advice for everyone.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Abiodun. And the good thing is those content are well explained. This is Microsoft University. If you are trying to attend, that is what Microsoft Learn is all about. Is Microsoft University, the best of their content, the best of the resources to help you master these tools and skills are right there. And that's what we've created and set for you. Okay. Aside that, when you complete this challenge, you also get, if you complete it, you will get a Microsoft Builder badge. This badge you see right here can be added to your LinkedIn, post, and on Twitter, is verifiable. It's actually from Microsoft, blockchain technology. So it's something really verifiable, just like Credly. That's what Microsoft Builder badge. We have several badges, but this one is limited. But I'm making sure even the limited badges are actually the most expensive to get. But imagine all of you complete this and you have this. It shows credibility on the kind of effort you committed to get this. And I'm very confident that you will all get this. It's not by raffle. Is if you complete the Cloud Skill Challenge, follow the instruction we are sharing with you, definitely you will be able to get one. All right. To start the Cloud Skill Challenge, Omalola, I think we're back now. The link is simple,
Yes.
right?
So simple. Off my head, aka.ms/run challenge. Run is your school. Run. So aka.ms/run challenge. Another thing is every day you will be getting a message. All right. You'll be getting a message and from us, from the team. Of course, the message says it reads my name, however, it's from the team, and you'll be getting the message to remind you to take a module, complete a module daily, like Biodun has said. And another thing I actually want to add to everything Biodun and Ola has said is, right now, you are still on your campus. When I first started my internship, right, into the Power Platform space, actually, I used Microsoft Learn. And that was all I did. I used Microsoft Learn. I was doing internship. However, how I learned was I used Microsoft Learn and I was just practicing. I didn't have anybody come teach me like we will be teaching you. And so when I was in school and something like this, say something like this will ever happen, the first thing I'll be thinking in my head is, what are these people going to gain from this? Why do they just want to come and teach me? Oh no, maybe they want to gain something. That's why. So I just want to tell you what we want to gain from this is that you succeed right from campus. That's all we want to gain. What we want from this is that the opportunities that are only basically somehow limited, students are not able to start or gain real life experience from campus. We want to stop that. And we want students to have all that they need right from campus. Like I said, these skills that you're about to get, I started mine after campus. So if you are starting yours from campus, it means that you are buying yourself about 2 years ahead. Okay, whatever level that you are, 500, 400, 300, 200, you just started school. Join us right now. Go to, if you can see this, go to aka.ms/run challenge and do what? Register. You
Register.
must register. It is a prerequisite. You have to register for this. And don't just register and look at it. You have to do what? You have to complete a challenge daily, a module daily, like Bertrand said.
Awesome. So, and the challenge is live today. So you can actually, we have about 10 modules there. So it's not really, it's something that in 3, 4 days we can actually complete, but we spread it and there's a countdown. If you can remember, there is a countdown. And the earlier you complete this, the better it is for you. We're also monitoring that. All right. So right now we're done. We want to listen to you as well. That is why we've created this session for questions and answer. So I'm going to literally be out there watching out for your questions and then we will answer them. So please feel free, whatsoever is not clear, go ahead and ask. I'm going to be spotlighting some people right here. Pelumi Oyenuga is saying, good evening. Good evening, Pelumi. Can the video, there's a question there, can the video be eventually downloaded after actually is available on demand so that, you don't even need offline activities? If you use YouTube, you can actually download on YouTube and go back there, and consume again. Or if you just want to go there anytime you need it, the link is still available for you. You can go there and consume it. Okay. Yep. I'm just going through. If you have any question, feel free to drop it now, especially about what we've shared today. Good day. Could we get the link to the PDF? Sure. We'll make this available, even the PDF file on the WhatsApp group. So this is why it's important you register and get into the WhatsApp group. We will share it right there. One thing that we try to share with you, but maybe not everyone is getting the right message, is this. Please make sure tonight you share with your friends. When you see people share this link in WhatsApp group that you belong to, like it, reply to it and say, please, I encourage everyone to join because it's truly beneficial to us. Until you give that vote of confidence, on those groups, some people might not even go ahead and register. And in this age, nobody should miss this kind of opportunity because they are not informed. If they miss it, let them miss it because maybe they choose not to attend, but that they did not know about it. And that is why they did not register, or that they don't even know what it is. They're just seeing link and they weren't sure what it is. That means they're not well informed. That is why your vote of confidence, liking, retweeting, or of course, replying to it on your WhatsApp group and your different groups goes a long way to convince these people. And their story might even start with what you're doing. Their story might start with your action. Oh, I was in a group one sometimes ago, and I saw a friend of mine or someone I know who commented on a link that I see frequently and said, yes, this is good for us. And I went ahead and joined, and that's how I got introduced to these technologies, and the story started from there. That could be the amazing story. So please feel free if you have any question. Shout out to the Redeemers University alumnus, that here we say shout out to you, awesome. Thanks for the support. Always. All right, we don't have question for now. So one more thing that we're going to share with you. This is why you should register. And the registration link is not that hard. It is aka.ms aka.ms/ that is Amalala. What is registration link again?
ak.ms/run challenge.
Exactly. aka.ms. I just want you to see how easy it is, and it's always on our head, aka.ms/run challenge. So make sure you register. Okay. Good question from David. Amazing. I completed the module and it showed 44% completed. Does that mean I didn't complete it? No, it's a learning track. So you've made huge progress now. Meaning you're 44% into the entire learning track because it's more than one module. This is really amazing and encouraging. Amazing, David. Thanks, for making that commitment. It is just learning part. So you've completed modules, yes, keep completing more modules. You will see yourself completing, achieving the 100% milestone. We're also going to share with you in the WhatsApp group tonight, or we'll drop it tomorrow morning so that we get more people to register now. The link to set up Microsoft 365 developer account, and the link to set up Azure4Student Account. We talked about this, and the link to set up GitHub student developer account. Those three things will be available for you. Tomorrow morning you will see it in the WhatsApp group. You can follow through so that you can get yourself ready for the bootcamp. Okay, since there are no more questions, any final word from you, Abiodun, Omolola?
Okay, yeah. So I think we still have another session, a Twitter Space session, right?
Yes,
Yes.
coming up.
So I think we have a session on Thursday on Twitter, how to become a tech bro and tech sis. I'm very sure you would not want to miss that conversation. All right. So it's great to be hosted by the alumni committee. All right, on Twitter. So I would want all of you to join us. We're also going to share the link on the WhatsApp group chat. All right, so you can join that session on Thursday evening. All right, I think it's around 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. there, but that information will be communicated on the group chat. So I just want to encourage you all, please register, please start the challenge, start completing your modules. All right, it makes it easier when we come live on your campus to deliver the boot camp. All right, so that's my word for you. I encourage you all, share this with your colleagues, your friends, your course mates, guys in your faculty. Make the announcement, spread the word. This is actually a rare opportunity. All right, this is a very rare opportunity, and then you're having it on your campus for free. Come on, take advantage of this. All right, so Omolola, any final words?
Okay, so before you sleep this night, check your room. If you have just one person in your room aside yourself, ensure that that person is on the WhatsApp group. So give the form, the link to the form, you can see it here, aka.ms/run form. It's simple, aka.ms/run form. That's the form to get started. Give the form to the person. Just tell the person, guy, click on aka.ms/run form. When you are done with that person, right? So I know how Redeemers University hostel. I'm not an alumni. However, I'll be just you guys when we come to your campus. I've been in your hostels before. I've actually done programs where I know how your hostel is. So you know what you do? Go to the next room and speak to the people in that room. Give them this aka.ms. By tomorrow, go to another room. Go to the room opposite your room. Okay, and do that. All right. And when you are done with that, probably the person sitting beside you in class, anybody that sits beside you that they just tell the person aka.ms/what/run form. Now that is what you're doing for other people. For yourself, ensure that every single day you go to aka.ms/run challenge. When we come to your campus, we will teach you, yes, but ensure that you have this knowledge beforehand. And guess what? If you're on the WhatsApp group, it means that you have access to us. So take advantage of it. I've seen a lot of people already, they send me a message. They've sent me messages and I've replied. Okay. So ensure that you start learning so that you can even start sending questions of, oh, I went through this error. Can you help me fix this? We are here for you. So you might not have this advantage after now. I don't know. We might offer mentorship session. I don't know. But for now, take massive advantage. Take it. Take everything. Call anybody. Message us. I'm on the group, and I'm the one that majorly send you message. However, Abiodun is the face. He's on the group. Olariwaju is on the group. Just you can be writing down the names of those people. Oluwatobi Yusuf is also on the group. You see these four people, they are there to answer all your questions. So come with your questions. Just anything you have in your head. Can Microsoft Power Platform do this? Come and ask us. Can I build? Come and ask us. All right. So see you the next time that we meet.
Okay, so just to add this, sorry, this program is not just for the guys in the core science faculty, computer science, industrial maths, physics, electronics, civil engineering, elect, mech engineering, computer engineering. All right, whether you're in accounting, biz admin, theater arts, as long as you're interested in technology, or even if you're not interested, you just want to see what it's all about, just come and then I'm sure we're going to ignite an interest in you. So it is open for everybody. All right. Over to you, boss.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's an exciting, 43-minute session. We try to keep it under 50 minutes, and I'm happy that yes, we did this. So we can't wait to have you action on all the things we share with you today. And Omola, thanks for mentioning us, regarding coming up on YouTube, on our WhatsApp page. Feel free to chat up through WhatsApp as well for any question. Thanks for everyone that waited till now. Thanks, for those at the back end supporting this. Thanks to our speakers, Omolola, Biodun, Olatobi Yusuf. I see you. Thank you very much. And till we meet again, this week on our Twitter space, we say bye for now.